I can't do an intro. I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling the football. All right, here we go. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. In today's episode, we will be reacting to a mock draft from NFL Network's Charles Davis. A lot of y'all remember Charles Davis, know Charles Davis, recognize the voice possibly from Madden NFL. He's one of the voices there. He also does some CBS games, and he also works for the NFL Network. And in his spare time, he likes to grace the people with his presence in his horrible mock drafts. And today we have a pretty bad mock draft, but maybe not so much for the Texans. I did get a good little sneak peek of what was selected at number 25, maybe, for the Houston Texans. We'll see. And let's go ahead and let's get underway and get to reacting to Charles Davis's whatever. Right away, the headline. You have a mock draft 1.0, and this was published yesterday, by the way. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, and Jackson Dart go 1, 2, 3. First of all, the quarterbacks are not going to fall all together like a shish kebab at 1, 2, 3. Come on. Okay, come on. Jackson Dart's not going all the way to 3 unless he just magically finds some sort of Houdini bottle and he confuses the Giants that he's something else that he isn't, because Jackson Dart, even though he's flying up the draft boards, and that is a good thing, Texans fans. Don't let me shitting on this idea seem like a bad thing. This 1, 2, 3 is a good thing. I would rather Jackson Dart fall just ever so slightly. Even some of these quarterbacks, just ever so slightly, because you're going to have teams that want to trade up for these guys, and they are willing to give up whatever picks it is, because y'all know how it is. When it comes to the quarterback position, you're willing to give up almost anything. So I'm ecstatic that the Titans go ahead and dare themselves to get a quarterback. I am daring the Tennessee Titans to grab a quarterback. And if it's Shedeur Sanders, welcome to the AFC South, buddy. The Houston Texans will definitely welcome you into that horrid, putrid defense that we will be running roughshod all over against the Titans. Remember, this is a Houston Texans state of mind, but we always, you know what we do. We like to take a sneak peek into everything else, especially our compadres in the AFC South. Travis Hunter falling to the Jaguars is crazy. That's something they desperately need, because you got Nico Collins. Now you got Christian Kirk. Jaguars need some secondary help, and Hunter could be that guy for them. Wouldn't be a lot better. I would be a little nervous. I would. I'm not gonna lie. Would not lie to y'all. Let's see what else we got here. Another Colts. There it is again. The Colts continue to pick Tyler Warren in every mock draft I've seen. It seems like a match for the Colts to land with Tyler Warren. I don't want to see that happen. Anthony Richardson, even though he's not a quarterback or whatever the fuck Anthony Richardson is, I just don't want his life to be any easier. Tyler Warren makes his life a little bit easier. This Texas defense never makes it easy, but Tyler Warren does make him have a security blanket at the very least, and it is a quarterback's best friend. Maybe that's a gateway to help Anthony Richardson, because at the moment he's pretty confusing and a lot of question marks surrounding his status at quarterback. Cardinals getting Kenneth Grant. Let's see what else. Oh, Walter Nolan goes to the Seahawks. I can't see McMillan falling all the way to 19, but hey, who knows? There goes my boy Nick Amenwari. Jahdae Barron. Okay, here we go. Colston Loveland. There's some guys I wouldn't mind the Texans picking there. Josh Simmons is available there. Taken. Derek Harmon, one of my favorite DTs in this draft. Taken. The Houston Texans select Emeka Egbuka. And here's Charles Davis' description here about him. He thinks he's a clone of another former Ohio State wideout, Seattle's JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba in Houston needs a receiving threat to help Nico. And with Stephon Diggs hitting free agency and Tank Dell recovering from a second consecutive season-ending injury, not to mention Egbuka caught passes from C.J. Stroud at OSU. Look, you can see what Charles Davis's thought process is here is let's keep the continuity between C.J. Stroud and Egbuka, and that could translate here in Houston and maybe continue to some more similar success like what he did in college. I don't mind this idea. Again, I am not sure if he planned this mock draft where the Texans grabbed Christian Kirk, but I still don't mind Emeka Egbuka. I still like the idea of what he could bring for this Texans team. Just because Christian Kirk took a lot of his snaps, mostly from the slot, doesn't mean that he isn't versatile enough to play outside. Same thing with Emeka Egbuka. I still don't mind this pick. Even with the Texans trading for Christian Kirk, they still need wide receivers that they because Xavier Hutchinson and John Mechie, they ain't shit. I mean, let's be real. It's a ragtag group of wide receivers. It's Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and then draft somebody, and I would even sign somebody for some extra competition. This Texans team definitely needs a plentiful amount of wide receivers. We are tired. As fans, we are tired of seeing Nico Collins in the playoffs and nobody else around him. The Texans have to improve that position as much as possible. And Emeka Egbuka at 25, with the continuity that we mentioned already, with his blocking ability as a wide receiver, with his savvy route running as a wide receiver, all of that combined with Nick Caley, C.J. Stroud, Christian Kirk, Nico Collins, Joe Mixon. Now we're talking more like C.J. Stroud was talking last year when he mentioned five-headed monster. That's a good little three-headed monster there. Again, everyone has to stay healthy, i.e. Christian Kirk. Everyone's got to stay healthy, but at the end of the day, that's a pretty scary trio that I would be excited about moving forward if I'm the Texans. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.